So a quick update since the Christmas break. Unfortunately back into it. So the first job, well maybe not the first job, but one of the jobs to be done this month will be to finish off the ensuite shower. So I've checked out these walls. This wall here is pretty square on the right hand side. One on the left's got a bit of a bow, which is quite annoying. Because I can't use it, really going to have to pack out the glue if we've got the tiles on there, and these tiles are 900mm square. So what I'm probably going to do is, what I'll have to do is take the lump out of that wall. So I'll have to remove the lath and plaster, take it back another inch or so. I'll put some green aqua board in there like I've done at the back here, and then we can waterproof it and then build up from there. But at least then the tiles will sit exactly square, and I won't have to pack out right at the bottom because it's about 40mm out, which is just way too much. So that's one of the first jobs, and then we'll move on and I'll show you a few of the others we've got lined up. So this is another one on the to-do list. Might try it this month. I think this one might drift into next month. You can see in the corner here there's a very small crack, and that basically is where I call it OSJ, but actually it's the wooden beam, the lintel across, has dropped, and the rot, you can probably, if I come over, you can see it's perished from water damage there. And in fact, if I come over to this side, you can even see where it's had a long time ago, the beetles in there. So I'll have to completely take that out. So all I'll do, I'll just bring away all the plaster, remove that, inspect behind there, just make sure there's no other damages. Then I'll have to support that, because that is a load bearing wall. And then once I've supported it, I can replace that. And then we can get back in here, and Carol can do her magic and get this room finished. Because other than that, she's done pretty much all the other parts of this room and had to leave this till I've sorted out my bit. Another job that we're going to do is, before I remove this flooring and the beams which hold the original parquet flooring, I'm not sure if I've mentioned before, one thing I've sort of learnt slightly from this is that if I leave it for the moment and then take all the flooring, hello Tia, I guess you're wanting to go out, but not in the pouring rain. Underneath all this red fabric is the parquet flooring for this room, the salon, which is probably twice the size of the dining room I did last month. But what we're going to do is clear this room out completely, lay the flooring out, and at least that way, again, we have no pattern, we don't know how it goes in it at all, no clues at all. So at least then if we do that, we can try and line it up, and if we can see nail holes, hopefully they line up the nails, etc. in the beams. So there's a little bit more evidence if we leave it as it is. And then once that's been done, and let's just assume we do find the pattern and any missing pieces, Carol then can treat them, prepare them ready, so that when I have done the flooring here, they can go straight back in again. So another job to be added to our to-do list.
As well as put all the Christmas decorations on there.
As well as putting all the Christmas decorations away, which happens every year. Can't really moan about that. We'll throw it in the top floor, which is not being used, and we'll make a Christmas room. Right, I'm going to then see if I show you another task that we're going to try and do over January and February. Right, so this is the last one on my list to do really this month in February. Downstairs toilet is not nice at all. The floor's rotting away. This is what we had originally when we first moved in. It sufficed. Brilliant flush system on it. I mean, absolutely, so that's staying. Toilet, I'll have to remove all that so I can replace the floor, and then I can try and clear it up in here. This is where the upstairs bathroom main soil pipe is coming down. Oh, I'll just turn the lights on. So I'll have to put a false ceiling above the toilet. If we come across, small porthole window, but you can see clearly how disgusting it is in here, and it's not nice. It's what I say to Carol is the working man's toilet, and that's it really. So that's another one on my list to do. That actually might become a bit more of a priority than the others, because I'd really like to have this so guests can use it. Otherwise, every time they have to go upstairs.
In the main bathroom, when you close the shutters, it's really plain behind. Let me show you. So when you sit in the bath, all you see is this blank space behind the shutters. So I've prepared it already. I'm going to paint inside the frame where it's green, and then use some of the wallpaper from the main wall, which everybody loves, inside that panel, so at least there's some decorative feature inside. Finished putting the wallpaper on these little recesses behind the shutters now. This one I had to patch, but I'm pretty sure, unless you look very closely, you can't see it. I had run out of paper, so that's what I managed to do. Now, I'd usually use on woodwork in a bathroom an oil-based paint, but in these recessed areas, because of the shutters going back, it's like when you paint a door. If you've got too much paint, they're not going to shut. So I'm using a thinner version of the same colour as the frames, which is a Wimborne white, Farrow and Bull, but this one, in the alcoves, I'm using a water base, so it's a lot thinner. Thankfully, I stocked up on this last time I was in England. I've got 15 litres of it, so it should keep me going for quite some time. And then when I come around to doing the shutters themselves, when it's a little bit warmer and the paint doesn't take so long to dry, because oil-based paints take so much longer, I'll get these done. But for now, it all ties in quite nicely now with the feature wall where the shower is. In our hallway, where the main bedrooms are, as you can see behind these shutters, like the bathroom, it's all grim and dirty. It is actually just old lining paper, so I've soaked it. There's no point getting out the steamer just for this small area. Soaked it in water for a few minutes and it's coming off easy enough. I think Adrian's ruined my scraper and he's got to buy me a new one. He's been using it for lifting floorboards, so it's lost its edge. No, that won't take me long to get that off. Well, one side's stripped. That's looking brighter already. And now just to do the other side. And then I shall bleach these shutters clean and then probably give these recesses a whitewash just to brighten them up. I've managed to finish behind these shutters this afternoon. I've painted them white after taking off the grim wallpaper. I've got a habit of painting things white first, because I actually think it's easier to see where you need to fill. So they've been done. Adrian won't even notice. He's been to the dentist, so I think the smell of the paint is actually from the dentist. You'll see we've been doing easy jobs this week. I've actually lost motivation throughout Christmas. I need to kick up the backside, but we've got appointments to attend to anyway, so we're just doing the simple jobs. So that's another one done. It's a bit brighter in the hallway now.
Oi, spent all day out on the drive. Come then, what are you doing now?
The tree's gone and it's looking really bare and dull and grim in here.
Shouldn't have got rid of the tree.
What I'm going to do is put a little table here with a lamp on it, but coming down the hallway, I thought I'll just sand this off quickly and look, it's much better.
It's a lot better.
The lamp up. But it won't take me 10 minutes.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing. While you make a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, that just goes to show that a little bit of work put in makes a big difference. That's cleaned up really well actually, Carol.
Yeah, it didn't take long, but because it didn't take long and it came off so easily, It makes me want to start this area here.
Oh my God.
I know.
So you're going to get your mountaineering ropes out and start working your way round, are
I
you?
meant kind of this level.
Okay. I know you'll do half of that and you'll see such a difference like we can see down below the stairs. I know you'll go up, but it won't be you going up, and I don't like heights. Perhaps we'll come back on that one. I know you'll start it, definitely. But when you've done this wall, I can see a massive difference. And actually it's cleaned up really well. So
And it looks more homely now when you come down the corridor.
yeah, the fact that you've got some diddy men behind you and other little animals up there, it's feeling very homely. The sad news is the family have gone home. But yes, I know what you mean. It does make a bit of a difference when you just do small bits. So that's your challenge to add to the rest of the job. So I was showing the viewers earlier just some of the jobs we're going to do this month and next month.
Oh, I'm kind of bored with the ensuite.
Yeah, well, that's my job now to finish, apart from you maybe helping me with the tiling.
And now there's no hurry to get anything done for any visitors, because no one's invited. We can do what we want when we please.
Still got to do some work.
Does that work?
And we have heating, so that bit's panic over. We can work a bit later now. The shortest day has been and gone, so every day we can probably work another 3 minutes extra. But I think if you were to do the landing, you don't need to go to the very top floor. It would make a massive difference. What about the staircase? Is that staying as is, or have you got some ideas for that?
I'm obviously not going to touch the stairs themselves while we're going up and down all grubby and dirty.
No.
They're burgundy at the moment.
I was going to ask, what colour are they? But these are the rods that we're talking about, and they are still painted burgundy, you're saying, are they?
Yeah, which would make a really nice base coat for some more gold, wouldn't it?
That's what they say, paint red underneath. It's really interesting. I've only just pointed this out now, but we have this attachment for obviously a pipe, I'm guessing. And if I work up, I'm not sure if I can see it on the camera, but there is another one up there. And I am wondering whether or not at some time there was a log burner sitting on the metal plate, which is down here on the floor. But I've seen no evidence when I go to the top of the stairs of where they flued it out. But if it was a Godin, the heat off that pipe would be enough to probably to heat the stairway. But as I said, I can't see any evidence of where they'd have taken the fumes, the smoke, etc. from it. But it does go right up to the top floor, and in fact, yes, there it is, the other one. Anyhow, we'll come back to you if we ever find out why.